I wrote a small mobile app last week and got it approved in the App Store. It does not have any AI features. It's actually ridiculously simple, almost boring. It doesn't have any users either. I will not be marketing this app. Actually, when this video is done, I'm probably gonna forget that it's there. You probably clicked on this video because you're interested in building a mobile app with AI and publishing it in the App Store or the Play Store or both, and you haven't. I imagine you have a good idea for an app. I bet that app idea has complex features, probably AI features. And that's fine. I mean, few people's idea of their dream app is like another habit tracker. When you think about your app idea, these interesting, maybe novel features are probably what come to mind. It is less likely that you're thinking about the perfect wording of your privacy policy. But you've never shipped anything to the app stores, even though AI agents are supposedly good enough to be able to write your app for you. And guess what? AI features are not a requirement to get into the App Store, and privacy policies are. If you want to build and ship a mobile app to the App Store and you never have, no matter where in this journey you are, I want to propose an exercise for you to do. And that is to get any app into the App Store, literally. This exercise will teach you so much about app development. Once you achieve this goal, you'll understand the process so much more clearly. And then your next app can be that dream app and you can have all of the AI features that you want. For the rest of this video, I will just briefly run through how I put a ridiculously simple app into the App Store last week with minimal fuss. So first, I'd just like to have a conceptual, high-level, non-technical conversation with Claude on the web about my app. I try to enforce simplicity, I just tease out the concept at this stage. Claude will help me construct prompts for Google Stitch, which will guide the UI style of the app. Now, the tech that I use is React Native with Expo, Supabase, and Google Cloud Platform. These are extremely well-established technologies for building mobile apps, and I fully recommend using them. I also have a small web app that I wrote with AI that turns the important terminal commands that I use repeatedly into buttons and does a few other setup things. My tool is not necessary, of course. You can just run the commands manually in the terminal. It'll just take a bit more time to learn about the various commands that Expo provides. I have a private community that can give you the fast track for this. Link is in the description. Anyway, the idea is that Expo will give me a QR code, and that QR code is used to actually install a hollowed out app on my actual iPhone or my Android device. And this installed skeleton is actually able to communicate with my code base on my laptop so that the code I run there renders on my phone. Then I just add a pinch of Claude Code. Okay, more like a bucket of Claude Code, and I start prompting out the features. I also weave in the context from the conversation that I had earlier with Claude on the web so that it can design really good prompts for me. AI is really good at building features, and it is terrible at figuring out infrastructure and big picture workflows. But once you familiarize yourself with things like Expo, Supabase, and GCP, the AI agent can work really, really well within those constraints. So I built out this app for stargazers in the Canary Islands. You get like a map laying out all of the good spots. You get list views, notifications for events, things like meteor showers, and other bits and pieces. I have the development build on my phone. And so I can iterate and use the AI agent to build out the features and then test and tweak and polish it. And then test more. Seriously, test it. When you have a minimal version that you think would pass App Store review, you would then use Expo to bundle the app up for production. And then Expo will automatically submit it for you to the App Store. Expo automates so much of this for you that it's literally more advanced than platforms like Flutterflow. Except Expo is effectively free as long as you don't take the piss with the number of builds that you do. Then you download this production build from TestFlight and you can share it with others and really get it tested all the way. So now you have these two environments, right? You have production and development. If you need to go back and tweak the app, you can go back to your development environment and keep iterating on it. And when you're ready, you fill out the boring App Store forms and you send it off for review. You might receive a rejection or two. I did, and that's totally fine. The point of this exercise is that you're learning the process. You're not building your dream app. Seriously, I did this app from scratch in like a few days, working at a very leisurely pace, and it is in the App Store now. There's no need to overthink this. Build a simple app. After that, you'll know the process and you'll be ready to tackle that dream app. Just my opinion.